Hello again, YouTube. Anaseo. It's your girl Kymbia G. I am back for yet another video. Again, I am loving the TV series K-drama Love featuring Marriage and Divorce. It's on Netflix and only 2 more episodes to go, y'all. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to wrap this up. I have no idea how they're going to do it in just 2 episodes. There's so much to cover and so much drama. But I mean, we'll see. Slightly new setup today. I'm trying new things, y'all. I'm new at this. And I don't know, the lighting maybe makes me look a little shiny. But you know, it's not about me. It's about this drama on this show. All right, so I don't know if you've seen my other video, but I'm breaking it down by family groups. So each of our leading ladies, Pyung, Lee Seon, and Haerung, they each have families that are going through dramas with the actions of their husbands. So if you haven't seen my other video, check it out here. This video is going to be about Pyung. All right, let's get into it. Oh, also, I'm holding the mic today, trying something different. I feel like a jazz lounge singer. I'm not going to sing. I don't want to do that to y'all. All right, so Pyung, our girl, opens the show, guys. So I think that means she's someone to root for. The intro song is a little like depressing, dead inside. So I wasn't sure if we'll get happy endings for our leading ladies, but Pyung opening the show, I think, is a pretty good sign that we can root for her. And another good reason to go back and watch season 1 is that her very first scene with someone, rather than just a pleasantry exchange, is with none other than Mr. So. So before we see her with her other coworkers, Lee Seon and Hae Young, the other 2 main characters, we actually see her with Mr. So walking into the office and they're chit-chatting and, talking together. So I'm like, maybe the writers are hinting that these two are meant to end up together or at least help each other through something in some way. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. And so at their job in the very beginning, there's a big blowout. There's big drama. A woman comes and is like accusing one of their employees of sleeping with her husband. Turns out to be true. She's a mistress. And so Pyung goes to a cafe with Lee Seon and Hae Ryung, and basically they're like, that employee, she gotta go. We can't side with the mistress. We gotta side with the wife. We don't want that drama. And we also get to see them reflecting on their own relationships. And Pyung, she's pretty much of the mindset that, like, even if men do cheat, they don't easily divorce their wives. They normally want to stay with their wives, especially if they have children. And for her husband, Yusin, adores their daughter. So she feels pretty secure in that they aren't heading for divorce. She also has this belief that if a husband does cheat, sometimes it's on the wife, or most times it's on the wife, that maybe the wife was lacking in some way. So her mindset and her plan is to just be a great wife all around, look good, cook well, do everything well, all right? So that she doesn't give her husband a reason to cheat. And I mean, we're going to see how things unfold for her. Yeah. And it's basically, we're setting it up in this scene, Are the women going to hold up to the words coming out of their mouths and, their beliefs that they're sharing with each other? We also see that, Seon is Unni. She's the oldest out of the 3. So they refer to her as Unni. But I mean, Pyung does have authority because in the opening scene, there's someone who passes by and refers to her as Sunbae. So she does have seniority. She does have authority. So while she's not the oldest, you can see that she got that swag. She's a boss, right? And she's definitely a senior member pretty much wherever she goes. And she's respected. All right, I got my notes here. With Pyong, her mom does come to visit from the Philippines. We see this rather early on, and their relationship is rather strained. And we come to find out that the mom pretty much kicked out her dad because her dad was cheating. The dad was having an affair, and the mom was like, "Oh hell no! So you're not gonna see me, and you're not gonna see Pyong. You're not gonna see your daughter. You are out of both of our lives." And not too long after that, the dad actually died. So Pyong harbors a lot of resentment and bitterness towards her mother because she missed out on spending time with her dad and he died. So she's pissed and she's basically cut her mother off. And interestingly enough, she doesn't let the mom see her daughter. So she's mad because the mom blocked her as a child from the dad to punish the dad for cheating. But here, she's punishing her mom by blocking her child too. So, I mean, apple doesn't fall far from the tree, I guess. She's just as bitter at her mom as her mom was to her dad to stop the mom from seeing her own granddaughter, and the mom really, really wants to see her granddaughter. And we later come to find out why. She's sick. She has cancer, and it's not a good outlook for her to survive it. So she's really trying to reconcile with her daughter and also connect with her granddaughter. And Yusin, as a husband, he is supportive of the mother. He really wants, Pyong to treat her mother better and to call her for her birthday and everything. And Pyong is like, psh, that woman could stay right over there and leave me alone. But yet she has a great relationship with her in-laws. And, I'm guessing she sees this as being that total wife package, being good to your husband, being a good mother, but also being good to your in-laws. And sadly, not too far into the show, Dr. Shin passes away, Yushin's dad. And we see how Pyong really steps up to, be supportive of him and also Dongmi, the wife. But the wife, Dongmi, doesn't really deserve the support because she's faking it, right? We come to find out that she killed her husband on purpose, right? And she was actually happy that he died and was just putting on a show of grief for everyone and also to gain sympathy and affection and attention from Yusin, her stepson, because this girl is creepy. Y'all, I don't really like this. Ooh, makes my skin crawl. She married the dad because she was attracted to Yusin as a boy. And she still held this crush on him. So now that I guess he's old enough and the dad is old enough to where it would be plausible for him to, die and people would think it's health related, she kills him hoping to get closer and push up on her stepson. Ew. I just know that if it was the other way around, a stepdad trying to push up on his stepdaughter, it would be really, really bad. So it's really interesting that the writers decided to tackle this, but okay, some insanity is needed, okay? We can't have a really good drama without somebody being insane. So here we go. And so as if all of this isn't enough, having this, you're competing unknowingly with your stepmom for your husband's time and attention. Her husband ends up cheating on her with Ami. And he's all the while so dedicated to his wife and his daughter. And he's also spending so much time with his mother, his stepmom, helping her get through the grief that Pyong doesn't suspect anything. She thinks that he's a loyal, devoted husband. She's not nagging him, nothing. If he says he's got a dinner to go to or horseback riding, she's cool with it. She trusts her husband wholeheartedly, and he seems very dedicated. He puts on a great show, and he's very consistent. But we see that on a flight from LA after selling their house, he hops on a flight from LA back to Korea And on that flight, he sits next to Ami. Ami is a 28, 29-year-old. She was born in Korea, but she lived in America for quite some time. And now she's moving to Korea on her own as an adult, pursuing modeling and acting. She's cute. She also seems very naive and needy. And at first, she's cool with just seeing Yushin part-time. But then we come to see that she wants more. Okay? She wants full-time. She wants to be clocking in 9 to 5, right? She don't want the part-time no more. She wants the full-time with the benefits and the PTO. That's what my girl wants. Okay? She starts to get greedy. And by episode 14, okay, we fast forward to just this past week's episode, Pyong and Dongmi's world is completely shattered. Pyong finds out that her mother is ill and the mom passes away, and she learns of her husband's infidelity on the same day. Like, she's just in so much shock, going through so much trauma that she is mute and can't speak for a while. And she's unable to verbally say goodbye to her mom. And it's actually a good thing because she uses this time to think and reflect on what she's going to do and how she's going to approach the situation with her husband cheating on her. And we see that she does harbor a lot of bitterness and resentment because she wasn't able to verbally say goodbye to her mother because she really lost her voice in reaction to finding her husband cheating on her with Ami. And it's not just that he cheated, but just the lies and how well he has lied throughout their marriage that really hurts her and cuts her deep. And she has decided that she does not want to be around it at all. And she wants a divorce. She's like, Ami, you can have his ass. I'm done. Goodbye. And I'm surprised that Yushin didn't see that coming. I mean, maybe because he's really overly confident and full of himself, and his whole pride is people loving him and thinking well of him. But at the same time, I'm like, Yushin, you need a reality check, boo. She cut off her own mother. Do you know how savage someone needs to be to cut off their own mom when their only other parent, their dad, is dead and no longer living? Pyong knows how to emotionally cut ties, especially when she knows that she's done everything that she can and everything that she's expected to do. If she knows that she's in the right, she's cut it, right? It's a wrap. It's done. She's not very forgiving at all. So for me, I wasn't surprised. And I feel like that relationship is pretty much dead and gone, like Justin Timberlake, okay? Because she cut off her mom for so many years. So unless she really comes to some kind of weird epiphany or whatever, I don't know. She might end up back with Yushin, but if Ami completely goes, and if the writers do something weird, but I feel like she cut off her mom for so many years, it ain't nothing to hang her husband out to dry. And we see that Yushin is just left to deal with the two me's, Dongmi and Ami, all by himself, because Pyong has moved out. She's living at her mom's place for now, and Jiha is with her. She hasn't broken the news to Jiha yet. I think she's just trying to figure out the best way to finesse it and break the news to her daughter once she is more clear. And I guess once she's grieved a bit more, right? It's hard to fight two battles at the same time. So what is the aftermath of all of this, and thoughts, predictions, all of that? Y'all might hate me for this, but hear me out. I really, really like the character Ami. I don't like her for her personality. I want to punch her in the face, wring her neck, body slam her or something. I can't stand her. But I love her character in the show because I feel like I'm learning something culturally. Like, I feel like the writers are trolling Americans and just Westerners. I don't know if you guys catch that or feel that at all, but a big thing about Ami is that she's Korean, but she's American, right? So a lot of times they keep highlighting that, oh, you didn't grow up here, or you weren't born here, or is that how they do it in the States? Like, what's your education? Because Ami is American. And I'm just like, yo, low key, is this how they see Americans? Oh my gosh, that's how they see me. I guess self-centered, and while she might mean well and have, good intentions and be cute and, attractive, she's selfish, and she's willing to move things around to suit her. And she understands that what her actions are hurting others, but it's self-serving. As long as things works out to her benefit, and her idea of a happy ending, she's good. And you can also tell, like, when her mom comes to Korea, and even the biological dad that she didn't know, when they find out that she's dating a married man, she's not all that fazed that they're disappointed in her. And I guess maybe this is commentary that Americans maybe don't value family or parents the same. I don't know. So I feel like they're low key trolling Westerners, and not just Americans. We also see this with other slightly unlikable characters. Harry Young, they keep saying how, oh, her parents are in Canada. Oh, are her parents coming from Canada? Or are they going to come over here and make a scene? Or, oh, they could like end up being good friends after a divorce, like, those foreign TV shows, right? Then also Nam Gabin, her parents are in Spain. And I think Gabin was over there for a while too. And, we don't really like her. And again, she's self-serving. She's just like, oh, well, I mean, I know he has a wife and everything, but I really am heartbroken. I need to get over this other guy who broke my heart. So, as long as I'm nice and I'm sweet, and I don't like, get like upset or fight the wife, like, I'm okay. He can leave her for me, because I'm still really nice. Things just need to work out for me. Right? We do see that happening a lot. But yeah, so that's why I like the Ami character. But otherwise, Ami is just desperate, and she's needy. She's 28, 29. She moved to another country all by herself, and yet she's so immature and unprepared. And honestly, Yusin is just amused by her. He kind of gets to see her on and off on his time when he wants to, and he takes her out and then puts her away, like ties her back up, And I think he just thinks that she's adorable, and he really likes the affection and attention from her. And again, he likes to be seen as a good guy. I just think he really feeds off of how she is needed by him, and how he can kind of come through and be a hero for her. And I think that's what it is. And I think that the power dynamic is very one-sided. He definitely has all of the control, and he just gives her attention when he wants, and then puts her away and goes back to his wife. And I'm just like, Yushin, if you wanted a puppy, just say that then. Okay? If you wanted a puppy, all you had to say was, hey, Pyong wifey, can you get me a dog for, like, I don't know, Christmas or my birthday or something? Because that's how he's treating Ami, She's a temporary kind of plaything. And he just knows the right things to say. So it's hard to know if he genuinely loves her. I think that since, he tried to break things off with Ami, but she drank herself into a stupor and cut her hand throwing glass bottles, and ended up in the hospital. So I think as a psychiatrist, he has pinpointed that she is very emotionally and mentally vulnerable and unstable. And so I think he's just trying to calculate and figure out ways to break ties with her without setting her off, if you know what I mean. I think he's trying to figure out a way not to trigger her. And I just think that maybe we think he is just useless sitting there doing nothing and doesn't care that Dongmi and Ami are both in his home fighting all the time. But I just think he's focused on Pyong. He hasn't figured it out. He's always someone with a game plan, and he doesn't have one right now. So I think he's sort of frozen until he can really come up with what to do. And until then, he's just gonna, accept whatever Ami wants to do, and find comfort in her every now and then. But I don't know if he truly, really wants to be with her. I personally don't think so. And let's see, Pyong. What's gonna happen to our girl Pyong? I think she came full circle with her mom, so I feel like she has healed. And she may again end up with Mr. So. We see her in the first scene with him, and then throughout the scene they seem to have more moments, and his personality and the two of them joking together really happens. I don't know if you guys have seen my full recap video of episode 14, but they're even wearing the same colors in a scene, like in a group scene. So there might be something going on with them there. But I mean, she could end up back with Yusin, if he successfully gets rid of Ami and Dongmi. And I also want to know, is it ever gonna be revealed to Yushin and or Pyong the level of crazy of Dongmi, like how Dongmi was trying to drug her and like replace her? Is that ever going to happen? I mean, don't get me wrong, Pyong is onto her. She already senses something that is off with Dongmi and doesn't really want to deal with her too much. But I'm like, for my satisfaction, I want them to find out. Don't y'all? I really want them to find out. And I'm like, is this the ghost of Dr. Shin, is he gonna help at all, or is he just gonna be popping in and out? I don't really know. Only 2 episodes left, but the episodes are rather lengthy, so we might get some resolve, but I don't know. But I'm rooting for Pyong. I can definitely see her with Mr. So. I was actually hoping earlier on that he would end up with Lee Seon, but after watching episode 1 again, I don't know. I feel like maybe the writers are shipping the 2 of them. So yeah, we shall see. So thanks again for tuning in and listening to me speak, guys. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm so excited for the last 2 episodes. Bye.